We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown,
Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Cowboys nothing. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They start the drive with Peterson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made.
In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
It's a pickup of 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Cowboys nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And 5.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here comes Pettis on the return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They give it to Peterson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Peterson, the ball carrier.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 30. To the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Play action. It's Jackson. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Rodgers now to throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On play action, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. The 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
1st down and goal.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a game.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second and goal from the 1. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Back at the 3-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cowboys nothing.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch left. Tight end to the right, tight end left. 4 down.
A give. This is Michelle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Box it. Check, 48's the mic.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Cut. Hey,
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 3-yard line.
Get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
16-yard line.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Jackson steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Second and 10. Gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
On the carry.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught at the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
A 51-yard
Excellent
gain.
execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On first down, Peterson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Julian Okwara able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They're on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is.
17.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On play action, now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, Mike 48.
They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And McManus able to put it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
McManus set to kick off.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
And it's 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. DK Metcalf.
Touchdown.
An 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
48 Mike, 48 Mike. All day, just like that, just like that.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Hey, you block over here. 50's the line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Watch the pass. 26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's out to his running back, Michel. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd down at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. To Michel on the screen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Yo, 48 for Mike.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson, touchdown, 49ers. Adrian Peterson, his second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
50 the mic, 50 the mic.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, they run with Michelle. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
50, check my. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Go to 50. 6.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37. 12 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams.
Rodgers pass.
Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
48 Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 19. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And again, it's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
The pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 9-yard line.
Rodgers again now. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Michel going to try again. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
48 Mike. Oh, yeah.
To throw is Rodgers. To Michel on the dump off. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th and goal.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Hey, alert 48.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put in #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And it's 3rd down.
They run with Peterson. He's been busy tonight. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Darren Lee picks it. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
It's 2nd and 8.
They run again with Peterson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
By Quan Alexander. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Rip left, rip left.
And they will take a knee here.
Jackson on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. And they take a knee.
Jackson on the keeper.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the 49ers, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.